Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my Not So Scaryathon announcement for 2023. Not So Scaryathon is my next readathon that is themed around fall and Halloween. I came up with this readathon because I wanted something that was not based on like super gory, very terrifying books. I love a good like slightly spooky, creepy, atmospheric read. I love books about vampires and witches. I even sometimes can handle horror, usually young adult horror. It doesn't get too gory or too intense. I absolutely love fall and Halloween. I love the food. I love the events. Again, I don't do haunted houses or anything like that. I came up with this readathon to read some books this time of year that kind of fit the vibes but aren't like true scary. So if you like very scary, dark, gory books, probably not the readathon for you. Feel free to read that if you want, but this is more for those of us that are kind of in between. You're getting a sneak peek at my Halloween bookshelves right now. I filmed my decorating video and that should be out in just a couple days. So the videos are going to be a little back and forth shelf-wise because I still have one or two non-Halloween themed videos coming your way that I pre-filmed. Really needed to get this announcement video out because the readathon is coming up very soon and I want you guys to be able to prepare and build your TBR. First up, the readathon is going to be running Monday, September 18th through Sunday, October 1st. So another 2-week readathon gives us all the opportunity to read some good fall atmospheric Halloween themed books. For this readathon, I have 5 reading challenges and 5 physical challenges. So we're going to start with the reading challenges. Again, with any of these challenges, you can kind of make them open to interpretation. You can combine the challenges if you want to make like one book qualify for more than one of the prompts if you need to, depending on how much you read. Challenge number 1 is a paranormal book. Pretty self-explanatory. I always put 1 or 2 challenges that are a little bit more simple in here. Challenge number 2 is to read a dark academia book, which is basically just a book set during the school season, preferably at the beginning when it's like fall time. It has some kind of like a darker element to it, whether there's like a murder mystery or whether it's like witches going to school or vampires, whether it's got some kind of paranormal aspect, something that gives it kind of like a fall, darker vibe. I'll try to have a recommendation video for this and some of the other challenges coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. Challenge number 3, and this is my favorite challenge, is a hand on the cover. So I was going through my list of like Halloween fall books and so many of them had a hand on the cover, like a witchy hand or a skeleton hand or a normal hand. This can be a hand on a body, it can be the main focus of the cover, it could be a tiny hand in the corner, it can be a human hand, a monster hand, it can be a witch hand, a skeleton hand. Anything they can come up with will work as long as there's a hand somewhere in the cover, or if there's hand in the title of the book, that will count as well. I just thought this was a really fun one that should be pretty easy for most of us to find books. Sometimes the covers, they're even like holding something, so you can have hands that way as well. Very excited to see what you guys come up with. I will have an Instagram reel, so be sure and follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl for this, and maybe a full YouTube video as well with some recommendations of books with hands on the cover that I like. Challenge number 4 is to read a vampire book. Again, I will have a recommendation video for this of some of my favorite vampire books. Again, it doesn't have to be a super scary book. I like to read like young adult, middle grade books, especially around fall and Halloween time, where they're just like adventurous. I have some really like quirky, fun ones as well. So any vampire book will count. The last challenge is to read a cozy mystery. There are a lot of options for this. There are a lot of like cozy like murder mysteries, or it could be like a mystery of like a missing person or a missing item. It doesn't have to be a murder mystery if you don't want it to, or you could just count this as like a cozy book. Again, I'll try to have some recommendations for you either in a full video or on an Instagram reel. Okay, so now for the physical challenges. And again, you can skip all of these if you don't want to. This is just for fun. So challenge number 1 is to watch a fall or Halloween themed movie. Pretty self-explanatory, lots to choose from. Again, I don't watch anything like super scary and intense, but we like things like Hocus Pocus, Casper, Vampire Diaries, stuff like that. Challenge number 2 is to create a cozy reading spot. I normally do create a Halloween fort, but I know that's like really intimidating to a lot of you, so I made it a little bit more open so you could just set up some pillows and some blankets and a tea on your couch. You could do something in a hammock, you could do something outside. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. Get creative, make yourself a little reading nook that you can go to during the readathon. Challenge number 3 is to do a not so scary activity. You could go to a pumpkin patch or an apple farm, you could do apple picking, you can count your Halloween movie for this, carving pumpkins. Like, there are so many options that you could do for this activity. Challenge number 4 is to consume a fall treat. This could be something you make at home, or it could be something that you go and get. I talk a lot about this in my Halloween bucket list from last year, so I'll link that video down below in case you want to check out and get some ideas. And then challenge number 5 is to try a new festive drink. So I know a lot of us like to go and get pumpkin spice lattes this time of year. I like to try different types of fall drinks at like local coffee shops. Like last year, one of my favorites was like an apple cinnamon coffee, and I loved that. Or you can try and make something fun at home. It doesn't have to be coffee, it could be a tea, it could be apple cider, it could be kombucha, whatever you can come up with. Okay, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Brightside Girl as well. I will have graphics for your Instagram like I do for everything, like currently listening to, currently reading, currently watching. These are all made to fit your Instagram stories. The only graphic that I have for the actual Instagram is the Instagram photo challenges. Again, you don't have to do any of this if you don't want to, it's just for fun, but I do have photo challenges for every day. I got some really fun ideas for this one. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. These photo challenges are fun and a good way to connect with other people, but also will give you an entry into the Not So Scaryathon giveaway, which is going to be fabulous. I'll have some So Scary Fall Halloween gently used books and some decor and items and things. I usually do at least 2 giveaways, but if there's a lot of people participating, sometimes I'll pick more winners. This is done exclusively on Instagram. It's just easier for me to control on there. It's US only, and you do need to be 18 to participate. My main rule for the photos is they must be your own photo. So no screenshotting just a picture of a book or taking something off of like Pinterest or somebody else's page. It needs to be your actual photo. It can be a photo that you've taken in years past if it will fit the prompt, but it does need to be posted currently, like during the readathon, and it does need to be on your actual Instagram feed, not just stories. You can use them for stories if you want to, but it will only count for the giveaway if you post them on your actual Instagram feed sometime during the readathon. Make sure you use the hashtag #NotSoScaryathon, but also make sure that you tag me at The Brightside Girl. Instagram changed the way that they do their hashtags now, so it's much harder for me to see the newest posts. So make sure that you tag me in some way. You can tag me in the photo, you can tag me in the comment of your photo, or you can just send it to me via message if you don't want to tag me in like the text portion. Make sure you tag me or send it to me in some way so that I can see it, because I share all of them on my Instagram stories as well as count it for the giveaway, because if I don't see it then I can't count it towards that. Reels will also work for the photo challenges. For the Instagram challenges, I have a few open-ended challenges. Like one of them is fall vibes. You do not have to use a book for this photo. You can, but you could also just take a picture of like leaves in your yard or something simple. You don't have to make it complicated. Your photos don't have to be perfect. We just use this as a way to kind of give us some inspiration and kind of mix up the Instagram feed and give us some fun ideas. But you don't have to only post books for the readathon. If the prompt is open-ended like that, you can post other things. I will have a link to download all of the Not So Scary graphics down below in the description of this video. I will also post them on my stories on Instagram today so you can screenshot them, and I always save them to a highlight reel as well on Instagram so that you always have them available or you have the link available. There is also a Not So Scaryathon playlist. Now I'm adding to this weekly, so it's a little small right now, but it is on Spotify. I will link that down below as well if you want to check it out and get some fun tunes to listen to while you're reading or driving, or just to kind of get you in the festive mood. I will also be posting the choices for the group read. We do group reads now for the readathon. I'll post them either today or tomorrow here on YouTube and Instagram, and you guys can vote on which read you would prefer for the group read. Again, you don't have to read this if you don't want to. It's just kind of fun if we're all kind of reading the same book. And my final tip is to go and request your audiobooks and physical books from the library or from Libby now, just in case they have a long wait list, so that you will have them in time for the readathon. This is about 3.5 weeks before the readathon starts. Should give you a decent amount of time to get some good reads in. I always go and place my holds now, and then I just postpone them as needed. You can hit deliver later on Libby if they come in early so that you don't get them too soon. I go and place the holds, and that way I can get things in as needed as the readathon approaches. I will be vlogging for the 2 weeks of the readathon and probably all of October as well, because I do so many fall and Halloween themed activities. This is the time of year that I post the most videos. So you guys let me know down below in the comments. Last year I posted a video every day during the readathon, so 14 themed videos. Everything from like the Halloween bucket list to some tips for Not So Scaryathon, video recommendations, book recommendations, all that jazz. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Let me know if you want me to do that again or if that's too many videos to consume during the readathon. I'll be posting a lot during September and October either way, but let me know if you enjoyed a new video every day of the readathon or if I should spread them out. Okay, you guys, I think that is it for all the information. Just stay tuned here on YouTube because I'll be posting recommendation videos on here, and on Instagram I'll be doing stuff in my stories and on my Instagram page. Get ready for all the fall, festive, Halloween themed goodness, and let me know if you're participating down below in the comments. Stay tuned for a Not So Scaryathon book haul and a TBR, all the things. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time on The Right Side.